Hey family, hi to all of my graceful creations peeps. Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to you, y'all. It's Mother's Day. I know some of y'all are out selling baskets on this good Sunday. This is the day that the Lord has made, and it's also Mother's Day, and we are rejoicing and we are glad in it. I did not sell any baskets today. Just on here just to tell y'all how everything went. Want to give y'all the 411 on my gift basket sales. Listen, I sold all together from Thursday to Saturday, 10 hours altogether, and I made in the thousands. So in other words, for 10 hours worth of work, yeah, I did very well. I was surprised. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I was doubting that. I wasn't doubting that I was going to be able to turn over a profit. I just, how can I put it? I set up my business, my retail component of my business, because I have, at this point, 2 businesses that I'm running. Well, actually 3. Yeah. They're all the same. It's the same thing. I just have different branches. Like, I have a merchant's license. Basically, it's a traveling merchant's license in one county that allows me to sell kind of anywhere that it's permitted. So I don't have like a central location, a store or anything like that. I sell basically on the street, flea markets, places like that. It's called an itinerant merchant's license. I have that in a county, and that is what I actually use to do my street sales. So that's when you post up, you set up your tent or whatever you're going to do in a parking lot. It could be a gas station and, whatever. Depending on if it, the place you set up at has business owners. Of course, you do have to have their permission if you're on that property. But, do what you do. Anyway, so I do have that business license, and I also have a retail license for my merchandise that I sell. I sell balloon stuff. And so I have that. That's a separate license. Then I also have an event and decor company. That's a separate component. So I really have 3 licenses, to be honest. And I'm going to have a lot of more. I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to have a whole enterprise. I've only been an entrepreneur since October of 2021. And y'all, I'm really on one, because when I started seeing that, okay, I can make money, I can work, I can work my business and make money and turn profit. I'm feeling like, okay, if I really, really gave it the effort that it needs, I can really branch out and do some really big things for myself, for my family, not just for me. That's one thing about me. I'm not in it just for me. I got people that's dependent on me, for real, for real. And I'm going to be honest, I don't want to be working for nobody for the rest of my life. It's not going to happen. I have a plan to retire by 55. And I say it at 55. Well, let me keep it real. I want to be retired by the time I'm 55. I'm 45 now. I'll be 46 in August. Why in the world I'm about to say April? In August. And so the bottom line is, I just don't see myself working for anybody else in the years to come. I just don't see it happening. I've worked in state government since 2006, and that's when I really started my career. And so I just believe that I am built for it. I have the skill set for it. I have the leadership background, the organizational skills for it, the business sense. I also know the financial component of it. It just so happens that in state government, I work my way from the bottom up. Started at DMV back in the day, you know, as a front counter clerk, then driver's license examiner, and then just kind of migrated up to office manager, just different things like that. And then just my career kept on progressing in the state government. And so bottom line, the balloon business, it's okay. As far as the revenue, it's not consistent revenue. I saw pretty decent sales before I even got my license. I was doing balloons, by the way, just doing them, you know, for people, and charging a little bit here and there, sometimes not even charging anything but for materials. But I was pretty busy. I'm sorry, I'm thirsty. Pretty busy. And so I got my license and said, let me legitimize this thing. And, you know, once people start kind of requesting me, I wanted to make sure that I was legit. And so that's what I did. I decided to sell gift baskets Valentine's Day because I ain't selling no balloons. I put it out there that I was doing balloons. You know, nobody requested anything. Nobody wanted it. And I don't know, this idea dropped in my head. Well, maybe I should do roses. Then I was going to sell flowers. Then that didn't kind of sit right with me. And I said, shucks, maybe I'll do some Valentine's gifts. And I just tried my hand, you know, with trying to make some gifts. I watched a lot of YouTube videos just trying to get some ideas. And I started practicing. And oh my God, some of that stuff was very difficult. But the more I practiced, I was able to pull it off. I did do orders for Valentine's Day. It also pushed me to launch my website because I wanted people to be able to buy online, pay online. I didn't want to have to take cash or Cash App, none of that stuff. People that bought from me knew, I don't take Cash App. I don't do that. Well, let me let you know. When I decided I was going to do Mother's Day gifts, I think I only had maybe 3 requests for me to do Mother's Day gift baskets. And I had already started making my baskets like a week after Valentine's Day. Well, no, maybe 2 weeks after Valentine's Day. And so I wanted to make sure I was ready, but I was still not getting a lot of buzz. You know, people wasn't reaching out. Some was, then they changed their mind. Long story short, the more I was watching YouTube videos and following Birthing Bosses by Felicia. Birthing Bosses, I think by Felicia is the name of her page. Check it out if you're interested in really starting your own gift basket company or whatever you're trying to do. Any business. She gives very good advice, very sound information. So anyways, she kept talking about selling on the street, posting up on the street, securing your bag, whatever. Just going out there. So how about, I wasn't sure about it because I had never done that before. And so I tried to go the bougie way. And I said, well, I'm going to sell at the flea market because I was nervous about being on the street selling because I'm real funny acting. And so it just never really piqued my interest to do something like that. I just always thought people like with a peddler's license was like, I don't know, I don't want to say what I thought, but it wasn't anything I wanted to do. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I had to go through the toll. I had to pay the toll. Anyways, and so it wasn't something that was within my comfort zone. I was just not feeling confident about it. I didn't want to do it, actually. I'm just going to be real. I'm going to keep it real. It's not something that I was interested in. I was like, okay. Nevertheless, I went and got my tent. I got my tables. And like I said, I was going to sell at the flea market. Had a booth, a little rental space and everything set up to sell for the day. Was in there a whole hour. Ain't sell jack. People wasn't even coming in looking at my stuff. And my stuff was not, it's nice. Girl, y'all, people wasn't even coming in looking. I was just like, girl, they weren't even coming in looking. I'm trying to fix my hair. And so, I said, you know what, this is not it. But anyways, my son was like, well, let's go sell on the street in the parking lot. And I was like, I will not. However, how many of you know you better learn how to hear the voice of God when you hear it, okay? Because he speaks through anybody, anyone. Anyway, so I followed my son's instructions. I followed his lead. As we had loaded up the baskets on 2 separate little carts that you push, because we had a lot of them. Before we could even get out the door, people was running up to us in the parking lot buying the baskets before we could even get set up under the little tree across the parking lot. Literally. Make a long story short, that day I sold all the Easter baskets I had and ended up selling quite a few Mother's Day baskets. I made like $300, maybe $350 in 2 hours, in 2.5, maybe not even 3 hours. So I said, okay, well, I'm thinking, but I'm grateful because I made some money, but it still wasn't like launching out into the deep yet. And so I had made up my mind, pumped myself up watching videos, and I had already made sure that I had availability a couple of days before Mother's Day was off, put in leave and all kinds of stuff, just to make sure whatever I chose to do, that I was able to do it and focus completely on my baskets, making baskets, getting my baskets out and getting the inventory out. Long story short, 10 hours of work brought me in some coin. Really, really good money. I'll tell you another thing I did. So I originally wasn't taking Cash App for my business. That's kind of what people wanted to do, was pay Cash App, Apple Pay, stuff like that. Yeah, people pay cash, but a lot of people was doing Cash App. The majority of my customers wanted to do Cash App. Okay, these braids getting on my nerves. Okay, what's the problem? And so it was just a blessing. I had already set the Cash App up. Sorry, for my business, and so I could accept it, but I wasn't real confident. And then a couple of the customers, I tell you, they always put your own game, showed me how to accept it and had them scan my little QR code and all that. So yeah, I was doing the doggone thing after that. But and I ran into people who was doing baskets. One lady stayed and talked to me a long time about some things she had been doing. She had been selling baskets for 20 plus years. Had retired from the city of Richmond, because we're in Virginia. Share her story with me, so encouraging, because I was letting her know that I was trying to retire, in the next 9 to 10 years or before that. And she was like, you will be able to, if that's what you choose to do. You definitely will be able to with the basket sales, because if you branch out and you make enough inventory, it's gonna sell. And y'all, I think I made 100 plus baskets, maybe 115, something like that. I don't think it went over that. I lost count, because what happened was I had baskets that I was making right after Valentine's Day, because I really wasn't trying to do Easter, but I said, well, I'll do it anyway. I did some Easter, and then I did, I was doing regular baskets at the same time, and so I didn't have to make 100 or whatever at one time. I was making baskets, every day I would make 4 or 5 baskets, or maybe 3 baskets, just to start building the inventory, so I wouldn't be rushing or cramped up, on Mother's Day, just struggling. And that was such a good idea, because it kept me from being stressed out, because I know I would have been stressed out had I not done it that way. But long story short, some of my Mother's Day baskets I sold on Easter. And so I was like, Lord, I gotta make more baskets. I mean, it was just a blessing. And when I say baskets, I'm not talking about just big, gigantic baskets. No, hear me out. One of the things I did to push my inventory numbers up, I did the mugs with the Bath and Body Works lotion and body wash in them. I did mugs with other little toiletry stuff in them. Man, you do 15 of them, and you know that's 15 items you can sell. And let me let you know, my mugs was selling for $25 straight up. Yes, $25, depending on whether it was a mug or just a little container from Dollar Tree. Then when I did like the little containers from Dollar Tree, I believe I sold those for $20. But either way, that is a very good way to build up your inventory. And plus, by watching Felicia's videos on YouTube, she said make sure you got inventory in all price ranges. Because I only had this high dollar stuff, $40 plus, because I'm thinking this Mother's Day, people don't want no cheap gifts for their mom. And after watching her videos, she was like, oh, no. You need to make sure you got inventory for every price range. And so I had to go back to the drawing board and actually make gifts that was $15 and up. I didn't go lower than that, to be honest. I think I had one gift that was $15, but everything else, you know, was within reason. I had $15 gifts, I had $20 gifts, $25 gifts, $30 gifts, $35, $40, $45, $50, $60, $65, $75, $85, and $100 gifts. I even had $90 gifts. And so I had gifts in all price ranges. And I think the most I made on any of them was like $75. People, I noticed the women wanted to get multiple gifts, you know, for a certain amount of money. But the men, I noticed the men would be like, just give me that one. They didn't care really how much it cost. Just give me that one. You kind of had a range of people that cared about the price, and some that just didn't. They just wanted it. They liked it. It was no problem for them. And I also made flower arrangements. I sold faux flowers that I had picked up from Hobby Lobby. I was able to sell them and double my profits on those. I mean, I did some of everything. I'm just gonna be honest. And next Mother's Day, oh, it's gonna be off the chain. You're gonna see me doing all kinds of stuff, y'all. I did gift baskets for a picnic. I did a jumbo gift basket for picnics. I did a smaller gift basket for a couple. I mean, I was very, very creative, outside the box. I had gift baskets, gift sets, unbaskets. Those are the gifts that I put on the plate. I learned that from Felicia. I just did a wide range of everything, and I'm so gonna work on my vision. I'm really gonna write out my business plan for the next holidays coming up. Even though I'm almost close to Father's Day, I'm still gonna write out a business plan that I can stick to, because I feel like if I have a vision and if I have a goal, it gives me something to not only look forward to, but to work towards, and I can measure it. We have to get to the point where we're doing, just as the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. The same elements that I use in business, in my career, I am actually using in my company, because it's so critical to have SMART goals. It's so critical to have a project plan. You know, I manage projects. I act as I'm assistant vendor manager for our database. And so the same way that them people teach me how to do that work, hello, I got to be able to do this work. And so listen, a skill is a skill. I went the wrong way, running my mouth, bottom line. And so it's a situation where I am applying normal business practices that I use in my everyday life to my own company and making it something magnificent. And trust me, in business, I'm a bulldog. I'm talking about a Rottweiler, a pit bull. Man, once I get a project or something that's on my plate, I get my teeth, I sink my teeth into it. Okay? Believe that. And I do the best. I'm not halfway. I don't half do things. I am a professional. My customer service is off the charts. Yes. When people came to my table to buy gifts, even if I was on the cell phone talking to somebody, handling business, I got off the phone. I greeted every single customer. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Yes, I thanked my customers before they even purchased anything for stopping by to even just, if they just wanted to look. And I'll say, out of all the people that I served, I believe only 3 or 4 out of all the people that I had come in contact with just looked and didn't buy anything. And say what you want to say, I believe it's because I was customer friendly. If you friendly, you got a smile on your face, it calms people down. It makes them want to hear what you got to say. And I didn't follow people around. I assisted them when they had questions. Even when I had multiple customers, another thing, I just want to throw this out there. I do not sell by myself. Now, although you may not see my husband, he's in the cut. Although you may not see my daughter, she's in the cut. Okay? My son, when my son helps me, he's usually right there. You see him because he's helping, he's busy in the moment. And my daughter too, sometimes it just depends on how much rush she done got, because she be out living her life and doing her thing. And so a lot of times I'm pulling her away on the times where she would normally be resting. But anyways, I do not sell by myself. I just don't do it. I don't think it's safe. As a female, this is just me, y'all. Look, I know we are independent women. I know we doing the doggone thing. And although I believe I can handle myself perfectly well, you know, if I have to, because I don't know, something may happen. I may have to be out by myself selling my stuff. I don't know. But you better believe I'm going to be ready to rock and roll if something jump off. But I just, for safety reasons, I believe in having somebody with me. And so, sometimes that table can get crowded when multiple people come up. That's usually when my husband or the kids will come up and assist, you know. And I had to tell them, listen, if the table starts getting crowded, come over and help, you know, or watch the table and make sure anybody's trying to steal nothing. Because if you got 2-3 people asking you questions all at one time, then you got a third person that come up, they asking questions, your eye can't be everywhere. So it's very good to have somebody to watch your back. I mean, that's just me. I can't speak for nobody else. That's just what I think and what I plan to make sure that I continue to do. And like I said, if I got to do it by myself, then that's fine, because I'm going to still make my money. But you better believe I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be equipped to get down, but to get down if need be. If somebody try to run up. I mean, we live in 2022. The world is crazy. You know, we dealing with some strange characters. And even the people that's watching your back got to be ready to get down, but to get down if need be. If something pop off. Yeah. We about that life. We are. I mean, it is what it is. You got to protect your money. You gotta protect your bag. I'm not out there making money to have somebody take it or give it away. No. No, we're not doing that. But yeah, I had a very successful time selling. So I kind of explained to you all how I got started, how long I've been doing baskets. And believe me, even though I've only been doing them 3 months, my baskets are professional looking. I do shrink wrap most of them. I'm telling you, it's a game changer, y'all. I do shrink wrap most of them. I have had to actually start ordering my gift bags online though, because evidently the Voila shrink wrap bags that they sold at Family Dollar and Dollar Tree, which by the way, y'all, is the same company. Okay. It was only seasonal, and so I guess they were selling them right after Christmas or before Christmas for, I don't know, but I went out to get some more to re-up, and they did not have none, so I had to order off Amazon. I have the Lazy Me bags. Those bags are huge. Even though they put a size on it, I think they're bigger than what they advertise, but I'm gonna, I got right mini, so I think I'm gonna stick with them for now. I know Uline sells bags. I don't know, I may branch out and open accounts with some other suppliers to buy in bulk, but yeah, it was successful. You know, I followed the pointers that I got from Felicia, Crafty Black Girl. She's on YouTube. I watched a couple of her videos, and she was pretty much saying the same thing Felicia was saying. But y'all, look, if y'all thinking about getting into this business, do it. Don't be afraid. That's all I got. I hope you all secured your bag. Okay, so until next time, peace out. Now I gotta figure out how to cut this thing off.